Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and surprise, we have our first plant display in the new plant room. I am so excited to style this today. These are the Benji bookcases from Nathan James, and they're just gorgeous. They have made this room feel so good. Honestly, I'm so excited. We're gonna be doing some more repotting, plant styling, etc. in this video because the other day, a bird got into my plant room and my dogs, okay, I think all dogs have a degree of a prey drive, maybe not golden retrievers, but my dogs are cockapoos, Cocker Spaniel Poodle, okay? So they're both bird dogs. They love to chase, they love to hunt, and they hunted and chased that bird all over my plant room. And I have like 30 plants on the floor right here. Maybe not 30, probably like 15 to 20. And they did step all over them. So as if the plants were not sad enough from the move, add in getting stomped on by my dogs. So the bird did eventually get back out. It was very stressful, but I did learn that, you know, a couple years ago, a bird like hit our window. Our old house had really big windows, so it happened a lot. But the first time it ever happened, I was like so scared and shocked that it was gonna die. But anyway, long story short, I just let it sit on the patio without distractions. Sometimes you can even put them in a dark box, and it just helps them like not be in shock anymore. It helps them come out of shock, basically. Anyway, bird stuff aside, we have some plants that need some TLC. So I'm going to be giving plants TLC as I'm putting things on the shelf. So I think that we should just get started. As I mentioned, this is the Benji solid wood adjustable wall shelf. I have the warm pine color, and I have a set of 6. These actually come in multiples of 1, 2, 4, or 6. I mean, you could do way more if you wanted, but I have 6 here and it fills up the wall really, really well. I absolutely love them. I think that they are the most beautiful shelves. Nathan James always ships for free and they have a lifetime warranty. Also, they have free 100-day returns. I'm really excited for how these shelves are going to evolve over the years. I already know that I'm going to have so much fun playing around with these all the time and switching things up, moving things around, and most importantly, just filling it up with a ton of plants. Okay, so I don't want to be too self-congratulatory, but I think I ate with this. It's so beautiful. Now I just need to get all my non-plant stuff, and maybe putting like non-plant stuff on it might make me realize that I have too many plants up there. But honestly, as it is, I think it's so beautiful. And in any spots that are open, I was planning on putting, again, non-plant stuff. And actually all of that stuff is out in the shed because I didn't really have anywhere inside to put this stuff. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. I guess what I could do, honestly, is unpack stuff and put it up here so that I can visually see everything, because it is hard to navigate all of this in these boxes because I know there's stuff that I used all the time in here that is just hidden away. Namely, a bunch of pots and saucers. This one that I got from Etsy, I want to pot something in that like now. And a lot of those plants that I did put up there are actually going to be potted possibly in different containers. I do really like the terracotta look with the yellow and the light color wood, but I also want to explore color like with these two, some more unique pots like this one, the mushroom pot. So I'm just gonna go through these and find mainly the books and just decor that I had on just like in my other plant room and bring that in there. Okay, so I've got my book, Houseplants for Beginners. I don't know where I want to put this. I feel like, ooh, it's like the perfect size for these shelves. We're gonna try right there first. Because I imagine when I'm filming, I'm gonna sit like here and I'd like it to be visible in the background. I also think it might be kind of cool to have like functional decor, like having this up there somewhere, like maybe here. And then I have my other soil scoop too. I don't know. I just feel like that would make more sense than just like filling it with junk. Not that I think any of this stuff is junk, but you know what I mean. We might do like a plants and book moment here with this because this plant does look kind of small in comparison to everything else, but I love putting like raising plants up with books. And this one too is kind of, I think it's gonna be too big. Although it would look so good, like maybe I could do it kind of angled. I don't know. I guess I could put it up here with something next to it. And then I also have this book, which I would really prefer to have sitting up, but again, it's too big for these shelves. So maybe I'll just like put it next to this one. Oh geez. Ah, I keep breaking off pieces of this plant. I have little hidden bookends that I might be able to put in here, or maybe it'll just sit like that. I think that's cute, but I don't know if it'll stay. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the antique watering can, but it needs to be up top because it's tall. I was thinking maybe something like this. Does that look too crowded? It looks a bit crowded and it's definitely too big to go anywhere else. I really like the idea of it, so maybe I'll put this somewhere else. This here. Maybe if I find more antique books, I could put another stack right here. Or I could use these 4 books up there stacked. I don't think I really have a place for this if I put that there instead. Honestly, it looks unbalanced. All right, we'll leave it for now and see what we think later, but we need to do some repotting, so let's do that. This is kind of our new filming background a little bit. I would actually prefer to be up a little bit higher. So, I'm gonna have to figure out a way. No, we're not gonna even get into that yet. I'm not there yet. We put up the plant wall. That's where I'm at brainwave wise. I can't do anything else right now. We literally just repotted this, but it keeps losing pieces, which makes me think that it just needs a bigger pot because these pieces just keep falling out and I need more soil surface area to shove them back on. And, oh yeah, there's my, okay, I do have more large pots. This pot is a possibility. What do we think? I think it's too much texture because these individual pieces have a lot of texture themselves, but we do need a pot like about this size for it. I mean, that looks nice. Honestly, that looks really nice. Look, another piece just fell off. Pieces are just falling off. I think that they're rotting in here and that's what's actually happening. I need to get down to the nitty-gritty and like look at this plant though, because something is going wrong. Pieces should not be falling off that easily. Okay, I think we're planning a pot roulette because this plant, my philodendron Florida, needs serious help. She needs help. So I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna take this pot. It just generally has more surface area and I don't even know if this needs that big of a pot. Okay, it doesn't even need this big of a pot. It just needs like a wide, shallow pot. Do I have that? I feel like this pot would be good and the plant inside of it is seemingly outgrowing the pot. So I'm going to unpot this. This is a clarinervium something, not clarinervium something, a crystallinum something. Oh my gosh, yeah, it is like, it's like noodles at the top. The roots are coming up even. She needs help. This might be not fun to repot. Oh my gosh, the amount of roots on this plant. What? I could not have predicted that. You're kidding. Miss Lady was crying for help. This was a cry for help. Oh my gosh. They look amazing. That is the silver lining here. But I do think that we could probably get away with this pot. And I think that plant pot combo is really good. So we're just going to temporarily just put her in there. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the perfect size. We will repot that in just a second. I think this plant is going to really love this new situation. We're gonna give it some fresh De La Tanks. I am running on fumes as far as my De La Tanks reserves go. If you guys don't know what De La Tanks is, I've referenced it a few times in this video, but it is my custom houseplant mix that I made with Tank's green stuff, and it's incredible. You just saw how happy that anthurium was, and also how easily the plant came apart from the soil. It does not get all gunked up and stuck to the roots of your plant. It offers a lot of breathing room for your plants, which is something that I just really, really appreciate. And we were very thoughtful about that when we were creating it. So the ingredients of De La Tanks is organic compost, cocoa chips, and pumice. And it also comes pre-fertilized with Tank's organic super mix fertilizer. And I love that because just dropping pieces of this plant. I love that it comes pre-fertilized because you know that your plants are getting like just an initial boost. Sometimes being repotted can be hard on them. So if they have just like a little extra boost, that can help. Something that is also really important to me and unique about De La Tanks is that it does not contain peat moss. Every single plant I own is in De La Tanks, and that's Anthurium, Philodendron, Hoya. They all really, really love it, particularly like, well, I can't even say particularly one plant because they all genuinely love it. And we came out with this soil in 2021. So it's been a couple years of using this soil and everything is just exponentially happier. But yeah, it's incredible. And I have a form on my website where if you have a place like a nursery or something like that near you where you want to buy De La Tanks, you can fill it out. We are working really hard to get De La Tanks in more places because although it can be shipped, it is soil. So, you know, shipping isn't going to be $3. So we are always looking for more places to carry the soil. So if you have any places in mind, you can fill out that form on my site and I will add it to my spreadsheet of people that I'm contacting, and you can try out De La Tanks yourself. They also sell it on the Tanks Green Stuff website, and I have a code in the description box that'll get you 10% off. But anyway, okay, she is all repotted, and I think this pot is going to be a much better solution for her, just so that she can spread out more. There's a lot of surface area left, so if anything else breaks off. I didn't see any rot at the top, like of the crown of the plant, but anything that looked a little fishy and like kind of rotted, I did pull out, but otherwise everything that's left in here looked pretty healthy. So fingers crossed for her. Maybe I could put this plant in this pot. It's not like that different size-wise, but design-wise, I like it so much more. So let's actually just see where this plant is at. Oh yeah, I think it would be fine getting just a little side step upgrade. Not really too big of a actual upgrade, but should we go big and go with this one? You know what? Look at that. All of the soil just falls right away from the roots. Beautiful. It's also very dry. That would not happen if the soil was moist, but I love to see it. Like, oh my God. Okay, actually this plant is gonna thrive in this pot. This is very appropriately sized. Now I don't know if this is still going to be able to go on this plant shelf anymore. We will see. It might now be too big. Actually, I'm gonna raise up the plant just slightly. Oh, it still fits. Okay, we're gonna give it a good water before we set her in her final spot. What now? Oh, I guess I can finish repotting Miss Anthurium here. I fear that this pot is going to eat all of my soil that I have left. Something that I used to do with my Anthurium, which was kind of a little hack, was wrap this bottom part that's right above the soil with sphagnum moss. It just prolongs the moisture a little bit longer, and I found that my plants really, really liked it. So we're gonna try it with her and see if that helps, because I'm really going for more regrowth because these two leaves right here have some nastiness on them just because of the move and sunburn and dogs traipsing all over my plants. And I feel like if I had like fishing line, that would be perfect, because then I could just like circle this up, but I'm just gonna mound it up, and as it dries, it shouldn't fall away. I haven't really had that happen in the past, but now this plant is far too large for the wall, so I just repotted it because I needed the pot. But my Anthurium, I still don't know what I'm gonna do with them exactly, but stay tuned. So if you remember, I used to have an Anthurium baluenum. I still have an Anthurium baluenum, but it was like this tall. And this is the top cutting, and this is the original bottom stem. So it just branched, and I honestly wasn't expecting that. I should have known, because that's what plants do, but I should have cut it further down, but now it's growing from right here. So I think I'm just gonna pot these two together and see kind of where we end up. because I don't want to have two separate Anthurium balaenum. And this one's putting out a new leaf soon. This one literally just put out this leaf. So having two growth points on this plant would be so fun. And I just, yeah, don't like having duplicates if I don't have to, especially of plants that are not hanging plants. I feel like with hanging plants, it's like slightly different and slightly better, but generally I don't like having duplicates. And I don't remember when I last watered this, but it's still pretty moist in here, which is great. This is a 3D printed pot I got from Etsy. This one's 3D printed as well, got from Etsy. Oh my gosh, that is, look at this, chunky freaking roots. Oh my gosh. Okay, it needed a repot anyway. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Huge roots. Okay. See, I've made a mistake because I don't think I have a pot for that. Maybe I can do some root trimming because my God, girl. I wonder if this plant feels weird to be like potted next to its old self. Does it know? These pots are basically the same size, but the root system is so small. Okay, actually, no, it does not need it. No, it needs like this pot. This soil is relatively new. And again, given our situation with a little bit of a soil shortage, we're just gonna reuse it. And I do plan on putting this on some sort of trellis because it's going crazy. It was on a wood plank in the greenhouse and it was so happy. And I would like to have it grow up something again. Hopefully we'll figure that out soon. But that's not a problem for this video. I don't know about this, you guys. Maybe if I did some root trimming, this would work. Oh dear. This is not going to be a permanent solution because this is just not big enough. But for now, for like right now, it's fine. But it definitely needs something bigger because those roots are insane. I can trim the roots more, but I'm scared. Honestly, I'm scared. She's now consolidated. Do you guys remember when I was packing up my plant room and I said that I got this berry bowl? Here it is, and it has a saucer, which is amazing. And I really want to plant something in this for the wall, but I mean, it doesn't even have to be necessarily for the wall, but it would be nice for sure. I am shockingly running out of plants. So I think that I might take a plant that I'm like happy with it. Like this plant is like really cute, but this is slightly bigger, but we'll give her an upgrade a little bit early. And you know what? We're probably gonna get into the pot and be like, oh, this could have used an upgrade a while ago. This soil is old though, so we will not be reusing that. Oh, okay, so she was kind of in for a little bit of an update. We're really just kind of moving her over. This is like kind of like moving into an apartment that's like a couple 100 square feet bigger. You can't really tell, but like the living room just feels like slightly more spacious, so it feels worth it. It's kind of what we're going with here. Cute. We're also gonna give her the sphagnum moss topper because she could use some help as well, pushing out this new leaf and hopefully many others. A lot of my Anthurium are like low-key starting over in this move, which is fine. I'm happy with that because a lot of the growth that they got here with looks pretty gross. So I'm okay with them kind of hitting the reset button, but it just will take a couple months for them to truly look like really pretty again. And that's okay, we'll get there. All right guys, well that is the plant wall as of right now. I'm so excited about it, and just looking into this plant room from out there and seeing this beautiful wall brought like the biggest emotions up because it just feels like, I don't know, it reminds me of our old place, but like in a different way. Like, I don't know, it feels like an elevated, just like really beautiful way to display my plants. So if you guys like this shelf and want to do something similar to your home, these also look really good sitting on the ground. They're just beautiful in all forms. I'll link them down below if you're interested, but stay tuned because we have a lot more styling and perfecting to do. So stay tuned to see how this plant wall evolves. Make sure that you are subscribed if you're not already so that you don't miss updates. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.